All right, everyone. Um, I'm here to give you a video, and I am giving you a video live. That's right. So I am live. Like this is, if you're watching this right now, this is actually happening. But I don't have any viewers right now, so right now it's not happening. I'm gonna make a Facebook status about this. Maybe I can find this. Let's see if I can just get this going. Copy. May take a little. Yeah, so you might not want to watch me now because I'm going to just be plugging this. I probably should have done this a while ago, but whatever. All right. I think this is how you promote this. Actually, you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to put my channel. Why is Facebook being so slow? I don't know. I didn't plan this, but hold on. Arludi. All right. Wow. All right, so let me just make a status real quick. I get slow because I'm recording at the same time I'm doing this. Let me see if it is. I just gotta check something out real quick. All right. E. All right, hold on. I'm just gonna post it because I'm the only one that can see it. Let's see what happens if I try to go on it. I know this is like unplanned. I actually just started this now. I forgot. No, I don't think you can watch me live. You have to click on my YouTube account. So hold on 1 second. I got to get my YouTube account going now.
Should I keep the breakpoint submission hold?
Oh, hold on. I actually just played one of my own videos. I clicked on my channel by accident. How many viewers do I have right now? I have no viewers because I haven't advertised this. Alright, hold on. Let me see if I can just. It's still kind of being slow. Okay. Alright, so this is gonna take like a couple minutes. What's that? What's that? What's that? Hold on. Oh. Oops. Don't want that. But then hold on. This was supposed to be a WWE video so far, and it hasn't turned out that way. Woo! And I'm How long am I into this video? I don't even know. Because it doesn't tell you the time. I'll probably find out sooner or later. Alright. Let me just shoot out a quick little some quick little advertisements. What was that? Oh, I know what that is. It's like ads. I don't even think you guys can hear that because I have headphones in. Come on. I don't know why my computer's kind of acting like this. Alright. I like how it just now it says that I graduated from school. That's nice. And it says it twice. Okay. Edit post. Oh crap. Come on. Alright. Okay, so I think it should be good now. I'm just gonna make it public so so anybody but me can see it. That would help. Alright. I'll make this so my nice friends can see it. Alright, so now people should be able to see that. They're probably gonna be bored as hell though. Alright, so now let me share this post. Alright. I'm just gonna share it all over just so word can get out real quick. I'm still rolling, right? Yeah. Next time I gotta remember to do this so I don't have to do it while I'm filming it. I could have stopped it, but then I have to wait for the video to get like uploaded, and it just is too much of a hassle. Alright, so it's being shared to there. Actually, if you want to join, if you have a Facebook account and you want to join a Facebook group, join the Pro Wrestling Fan Alliance. I'm giving like a cheap little plug right there. Yeah. Let's get this stuff done. Alright. Alright. Let me get this done. In a group. Just gonna do this to as many people as I can. I did it to me. Alright. I'm just doing this kind of quickly. And then I get to the topics I want to talk about. Should have done, this is what I call, should have done things ahead of time. I think I already did it to this group. Yeah. I think that should be good. Alright, and then I got it. I did it to this group already. I know I didn't do it to this group. Do I have any viewers yet? Let me just check. No. Crap, what happened? Why that happened? This one. Alright, that should be good. I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna do it that many for now. And if anyone, and if not many people, I'm just gonna continue because I'm getting kind of sick of doing that. So, not many people even no one's really watching it yet. So, and maybe if anyone starts watching it, if I want, I can answer some questions. Well, actually, no, I can't because the future's disabled. I don't know how to enable it. I think I have to wait until a certain amount of time. So let me get to the topics I want to talk about, and then I'll be out of here. So, I been reading some things on the WWE.com, and I heard some stuff around wrestling sites. Now, I actually couldn't really confirm it was true, but I did hear the news. But I couldn't visit WWE.com for like 3 days. I could go on my phone, but my laptop would just not let me go. It wouldn't TNA wouldn't let me go there. Um, Neither would I couldn't even get on to the sports limit where I go watch all my wrestling stuff. So here's what happened. I finally got on it today, and I read something today that Tough Enough is possibly returning to the USA Network. I didn't hear who was going to be the host or anything. I just heard that it's going to be going on the WWE Network. Let me just check to see if they. Let me just find the article and I'll read it. For those of you that want to hear about it. Righty. I'm sorry this video has been kind of boring because I should have promoted this before me to do that. Alright, so I probably should have waited until I got a little bit more subscribers to be doing something like this too. Like I said, I'm still having trouble getting into my network. I can still get it on the Xbox One, but I can't get it on the laptop or nothing like that. I might not be able to get onto the WWE.com again. I know I can. Find this. I don't really know how to find this article because it's gone now. Let me see if I can find it like on the homepage or something. What happened? Oh. Okay, I'm just gonna mute my computer so that way you guys don't have to hear that. Actually, no, I probably shouldn't do that because then. Alright, hold on. I'm just trying to find it. Well, I don't really care to enough to find it. It's gonna be this difficult. I'll tell you what I heard. I mean, I liked Tough Enough. I watched the all the episodes when Stone Cold Steve Austin was the host of it, and like the trainers were Bill DeMont, Trish Stratus, and Booker T. And I liked Tough Enough. I really did. Um, I remember though the winner that won, Big Andy. Where's he been since? We haven't heard of him. It seems like whoever wins Tough Enough doesn't become a big star. Um, I mean, John Morrison didn't even win, I don't think, and he became a big star. Miz didn't win. Miz is actually an exception because he did become like WWE champion and stuff like that. Josh Matthews is in TNA now. He's not, so that doesn't really help him out. It doesn't really create any stars. I did like the show though. It just doesn't create any stars. Look at it that way. I mean, who really wants to enter this? I mean, whoever enters it and wins, you're pretty much you're doomed to get fired. Um, but I don't know if it's gonna happen this time because maybe, just maybe, that maybe now that they have NXT, Triple H will build him up right so he can be fed to Vince McMahon, and if he's still out of touch, worse than he is, you might get buried even more. So that is Tough Enough. That's kind of what I think. I mean, I like Tough Enough. I don't really know who could be the host. Maybe The Rock could come back and be the host. Maybe Hulk Hogan could come back and be the host. Because I think Stone Cold Steve Austin's got his own TV show going on right now, and I'd like to see him come back to be the host, but hopefully he'll be out of here. Because I don't think Hogan. I could see The Rock, but I think someone needs to be like a little bit more aggressive about the business, like Austin. I mean, I'm not saying Hogan probably isn't, but I don't really think he would have the ability to yell at people. Maybe Shawn Michaels. I don't know who the trainers could be. Maybe they could have Booker T be the trainer or something, but not really too sure about that. So that's my thoughts about Tough Enough. And now I also heard some things about WWE going back to TV 14. That's not PG. It's a little bit better. It's they can actually have blood. They can actually have all that stuff. Um, thank God. That's one of the things I've wanted because I think the PG product is kind of hurting the product itself because it doesn't really make any sense for one thing that if you're in a steel cage match or a Hell in a Cell match, if you're being grinded off a cage and not bleeding, that makes no sense. And then you can finally hit people off the heads with the chairs. I kind of hate that they don't have that anymore. I mean, I don't know why they got rid of that. I guess maybe they wanted to make it realistic, but now you can. Um, the only time you see blood if it's real, the last time you saw someone like literally bleeding was John Cena when he faced the John Cena Brock Lesnar match when Brock Lesnar came back at Extreme Rules and they both were bleeding as like hell. And I guess you could say too when when Triple H returned and attacked Brock Lesnar, and he was bleeding pretty bad. Other than that, the only time we really see blood nowadays is if Brock Lesnar is around, and maybe now that they don't. I think the last time, but other than that, if there is blood, they'll clean them up. You know, and I hate that. I hate that they clean them up. So I'm glad that there would be more. The company would. I wouldn't be embarrassed as much to be a wrestling fan because I have to hear them say like a bunch of PG kind of talky stuff, and I'm happy about that. Um, but yeah. So that's my thoughts about that. I'm happy that it's going there. I just hope the product itself will be better because just because it's TV 14 doesn't mean it will be good. I mean, look at TNA. I think it's not PG. It's pretty they have blood and stuff, but it's been times even when it never has, but I've walked away from TNA. So don't think that the product was itself was like we still have an out of touch old man or some running the product. Just remember that he's either out of touch or he's just BSing a lot. And we have some people that don't know about wrestling running the wrestling company. So just because it's TV14, don't expect like the greatest company ever. All right, so that's that. Is there anything else I really want to talk about? I want to. I see. I haven't really been making you videos this week, so I'm just kind of, giving you a little bit of videos. I also would like to talk about my I'm going to talk a little bit about they posted as actually I'm going to talk about this first. I couldn't decide. Cesaro, how he's been like a fail. How the WWE have failed with Cesaro. I talked about this like countless times. They really have failed with Cesaro. Um, I'm gonna, I'm gonna start with like how they booked him, and then I'm gonna go with how I would have booked him. Um, so I guess I'll start back in 2012. He comes in. I remember John Laurinaitis had like just become the general manager of both Raw and SmackDown, and he signed. Well, at the time, his name was Antonio Cesaro. I only know about his stuff from 2012 to now, just because of the fact that I can't watch like the independent scene and NXT and FCW, whatever it's called, then wasn't accessible for me to watch. So yeah, he comes in, he steals Teddy Long's girlfriend. He's on a little bit of a winning streak. They don't really have anything for him yet. He's beating guys like Tyson Kidd, who was a jobber at the time, Alex Riley, Justin Gabriel, guys like that. Really quickly, they were like tryout matches, and he's pretty much stealing Oksana's girl. Well, no, he's pretty much stealing Teddy Long's girlfriend, Oksana. So then eventually, around just before SummerSlam, he beats at the time the United States champion Santino Marella, which was a big deal just because of the fact that Santino Marella was on such a winning streak that if you really had to be scared if you were facing him, because if you got hit with that Cobra, you had to probably take the pinfall. I mean, it sucks that you have to sell that move. He had 2 victories over Santino though, and then he at SummerSlam on the YouTube pre-show he won the United States Championship off Santino. He became the brand new United States Champion. I also remember too, just before that, he had a match on SmackDown against Christian, and it was actually a really good match. Definitely check that match out. I remember Christian won with the spear, but Cesaro looked really strong in that match. So then, he starts having a good run with that belt. He beats Santino again in rematches, and he beats Zack Ryder at Night of Champions 2012 to retain his title because Zack Ryder had won a number 1 contenders battle royal to get the number 1 contenders. He also he dumped Oksana afterwards because he lost a match to Santino, and Oksana cost him, so he dumped her. And I was scared that they were going to do something where like Oksana was going to join with Santino and help him beat Cesaro for the title. But that didn't happen. Cesaro kept the title off Santino, and then he went off. And then he had an impressive moment. It was a match on Raw. It was him versus Brodus Clay, a big guy, a guy that was dancing around, jiving. And you would expect Brodus Clay to kind of tear him apart, just squash him, since they were really big on Brodus Clay back then. But that didn't happen. He picked up Brodus Clay and did his finisher, the neutralizing him. That was awesome. And what made it so much better was they had Jim Ross on commentary for that. He's like, what great commentator. And the way he just commentated that match made it work. Like, I actually go back and, the way they commentate, his commentary in the match made the moment even better. And I'm glad they were pushing Cesaro. He had a great match with Tyson Kidd on Raw. A great match with what the heck was that? A great match with Justin Gabriel. And then at Hell in a Cell 2012, he beat Justin Gabriel to retain his U.S. title. And then he got into a little bit of a mini feud with R-Truth. That wasn't the greatest feud ever, but it did it did what it needed to do. It established Cesaro up the ladder because at Survivor Series and TLC, which stands for Tables, Ladders, and Chairs, he beat R-Truth to successfully retain his U.S. title twice. And then he feuded with Miz, or actually before that on Main Event, he hit the neutralizer on the Great Khali and beat him to retain his title, which was impressive. And he got a good match out of the Great Khali because normally you can't get a good, well, at least a passable match from the Great Khali because normally you can't get a good match out of the Great Khali. And then he started feuding with the Miz, which was a big deal because a year ago he was like in contention for the WWE Championship, and now he's feuding with a guy like that. And he beat Miz in the Royal Rumble kickoff. I think they were still calling it the pre-show. He beat Miz in the Royal Rumble pre-show. He entered the Royal Rumble match. He was eliminated by John Cena. I don't even remember what he did in the Rumble. And then he kind of continued his feud with Miz because after he was out, he brawled with Cesaro. Well, after Cesaro was out, he brawled with Miz. And then at the Elimination Chamber, Cesaro won by DQ. Was able to beat Miz by DQ to keep his United States Championship. And something I haven't mentioned yet is he was the U.S. champion, and he hated Americans. He hated all the Americans out there, and he always would talk about that and cut promos about it. So I like that. I was liking Cesaro at that point. I really was digging him. So then, on SmackDown, he beats Miz in a 2 out of 3 falls match to keep his U.S. title and wins the feud. And then there's nothing for him. It was like just before WrestleMania, they were burying him, having him lose to guys like Alberto Del Rio, Kane. He was just losing and doing nothing. He started yodeling, and he just kind of lost all his steam. They kind of went backwards with Cesaro. Because at first I was thinking that they were kind of putting him on the back burner because they didn't really know what to do with him. And they were just going to have him do something big after Mania. And Mania went by. And I'm kind of thinking what should have had a match at Mania. He had great matches with that belt. He brought that belt, U.S. title belt back to Prestige after Santino Marella made it a joke. So I think he should have had some sort of match at Mania with it. Maybe he could have the 2 out of 3 falls match with Miz at Mania. Because instead Miz just went after the Wade Barrett's Intercontinental title. So it made no sense. But anyhow, though, now it's after WrestleMania. He was still yodeling. Still being kind of used like a joke. And then he just randomly lost the U.S. title to Kofi Kingston. So he kind of started losing his steam. And then he lost a match to R-Truth in a joke. And then on Main Event, he had actually a really good match with Kofi Kingston for his rematch for the title. And Cesaro still didn't get the job done, but he still had a great match with him. I still kind of was thinking, though, that he was going to kind of still go down the jobber territory, but maybe they were so impressed with him in his match that he was going to that they felt proud of him because he did one good thing in the match where he did like an apron suplex when he suplexed Kofi Kingston from the apron while he was on the turnbuckle. That was impressive. So then he's kind of going somewhere. Like they kind of don't have a place for him. He's winning matches, but they don't have a place for him. And then eventually they just randomly threw him with Zeb Coulter, who said he hated like anyone who was crossing the borders, like somebody like, and Cesaro, he isn't even a real American, so immediately at the time made no sense. So we thought Jack Swagger was pretty much going to go downhill because, he hadn't been seen in a while. But, Cesaro was with Zeb Coulter. He started to get it back on the winning track again by beating guys like William Regal. I think he beat Justin Gabriel in a match. And then Jack Swagger returned, and they became a tag team in the Real Americans. And then first they went in the Money in the Bank ladder match, which was good. It was a good way to showcase Cesaro and Swagger. Then they were just kind of teaming up. They kind of felt like they were becoming a real tag team by doing We the People. The crowd was digging them. They were beating tag teams like Jimmy and Jay, the Usos, Cody Rhodes and Goldust, who were the tag team champions at the time. They feuded with them, had amazing matches with them. People were into them. And then at Battleground, Cesaro debuted the Swin. I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. He did the Swin to the Great Khali, and he started doing that. I think he did it actually a little bit before that. So then, Cesaro was getting really. The Real Americans were actually getting really hot, but they never got the tag team belts, which I think they kind of should have held the tag team titles before they broke up. And then they would but then it would seem like at times where they would push the Real Americans, then they wouldn't. So I just didn't like that. Then eventually, Cesaro just really started to take off. And I think after CM Punk left, they kind of wanted to push Cesaro for a little bit. I don't know why. I don't know if they still would have. He beat Dolph Ziggler in a qualifying match to qualify for the Elimination Chamber for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, and he was in that match with pretty top guys: John Cena, Randy Orton, Daniel Bryan. I guess you could say Sheamus, and I wouldn't really say Christian's a top guy, but he is a former World Heavyweight Champion. He was in there with former World Champions. He was the only one that wasn't a former World Champion, so it was a pretty impressive thing for Cesaro. And then I think like the next week on SmackDown or the week after, he beat WWE World Heavyweight Champion Randy Orton clean in the middle of the ring, no outside interference, no nothing. I thought that was awesome for Cesaro. And then he had a great match with John Cena on Raw. He should have won that match, but he still had a great match with him on Raw. That was great. He was just going in the right direction. He had a good showing in the Elimination Chamber match. He ended up actually being in the Final Four, which is impressive. And then they kind of started to tease the breakup between Swagger and Cesaro because, at this point, his name's already shortened to Cesaro. And then a show called NXT Arrival. He had a great match with Sami Zayn, who he actually has feuded with. And if Sami Zayn does end up coming up to the main roster soon, I would like to see him feud with Cesaro. But I don't think the matches that they would have on the main roster would be as good as NXT. I'm not lying to you. So then, So then at WrestleMania, it's a fatal four-way match for the tag team titles. The Usos defending the belts against Los Matadores, Diego and Fernando, which the Real Americans have feuded with in the past and lost to countless times. The Real Americans win that match too, and Ryback and Curtis Axel. It was an elimination match. It was down to the Usos and the Real Americans. Usos won by pinning Cesaro, and then afterwards Swagger was about to put him in the ankle lock, and then Cesaro did the swing to Swagger, and Cesaro finally broke off from the Real Americans, went on his own. Well, it wasn't actually, it was implied anyways. And then later on in the night, because this was on the pre-show of WrestleMania 30, he wins the Andre the Giant. There's an Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. There's supposed to be 30 guys in there, but Cesaro is in that match as the 30th, 31st, like the 31st guy. And it's down to him and Big Show, and he has an amazing moment when he picks up Big Show and walks on his shoulders, walks and body slams him over the ropes. I thought that was awesome. It was a great moment for Cesaro to win that Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Then he finally, and then after night after, Zeb Coulter is talking about how Cesaro is a Paul Heyman guy. A Zeb Coulter guy, and then he reveals that he's not a Zeb Coulter guy. He's a Paul Heyman guy. I actually have a viewer right now, so thanks who's ever watching right now. But yeah, he's a Paul Heyman guy. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, viewer, I'm talking about how Cesaro's career right now, because there's a purpose. All right, so Cesaro went with Heyman. You know, he was on at first a good path. He was beating RVD. He beat RVD at Extreme Rules. He beat RVD and Swagger in a triple threat elimination match. RVD stands for Rob Van Dam. And then he lost to Sheamus at Payback in the U.S. title match. And then he lost the WWE World Heavyweight Championship ladder match. said they had to combine the belts by this point. Actually, you should already know that. And Cesaro lost that. Then he started going downhill after Money in the Bank. He actually did. He started losing to Kofi Kingston, losing to Big E, always getting laid out. And then he lost he got eliminated by Heath Slater in an Intercontinental Championship Battle Royal at Battleground. So then the night after, he's just randomly not a Paul Heyman guy anymore, and they never said why. So then he just kind of started to go downhill anymore, losing to Dean Ambrose, losing to Jack Swagger. He's just losing and losing. He lost to RVD on the kickoff of SummerSlam, and then you think he's gonna, and then he loses a U.S. title match to Sheamus at Night of Champions, and then he has a match on Smack. He wins a Battle Royal on SmackDown to get a shot later on the night against Dolph Ziggler's Intercontinental Championship. He loses that match, but there was a point because he got his foot on the rope and the ref didn't see it. So then they have a triple threat match on Raw with Miz involved, and Ziggler wins that by pinning Miz, so it still doesn't make Cesaro look weak. So then Cesaro beats Miz. No, Cesaro beats Ziggler, so he gets a future IC title shot. And then at Hell in a Cell, they have a 2 out of 3 falls match for the Intercontinental Championship. Dolph Ziggler. The match was good, but Dolph Ziggler wins 2 straight falls. Cesaro didn't get 1 fall. That's how bad they say Cesaro is. Then, oh man, what happens next? Actually, I don't. Oh, he just is being used like a joke, losing to Dean Ambrose, losing to there's countless people. Ryback because he had returned, and then he loses on the kickoff to Jack Swagger. Just such a joke. A guy that was Jack Swagger was supposed to be injured because he had been taken out, so he couldn't be on the Team Cena versus Team Authority match. Man. So then he just has been continuing to being used like a joke. He's in a tag team with Tyson Kidd. He can't even beat the New Day, which is Kofi Kingston, Big E, and Xavier Woods. That's a joke stable. He can't beat. I mean, he's tag team with Tyson Kidd. He's pretty much back to the spot he was a year ago because he was in a tag team with the Real Americans. Now he's in a tag team with Tyson Kidd, and looks like he's going to align himself with Adam Rose as well. What a joke! All right, so why do they do this to Cesaro? I don't know, because like a couple months ago, Vince McMahon said that Cesaro can't connect with. Like he was on a podcast with Stone Cold Steve Austin. And he asked about Cesaro, like what it is that he doesn't like, and he said, and I quote, that Cesaro's good, he just doesn't have that charisma, and he can't connect with the audience. Are you serious? He can't connect with the audience. If I don't get me wrong, Cesaro was like one of the hottest guys in the company. For what, and like he was there. Everyone loves Cesaro, but then you killed his steam. He still gets good reactions. I don't know if he does anymore just because they've used him like a joke, but he still gets good reactions. It's just, I've said this millions of times. They're using Cesaro like a joke. Now I'm going to tell you how I would have used Cesaro. So I would have kept him on that U.S. title run, kept him going with that. I probably would have had him at least have a match at WrestleMania. I would have continued the Miz feud going into WrestleMania, have the 2 out of 3 falls match. And that would be like the opener of the show. No need to overcomplicate things. Miz wins the title off Cesaro, and you can send Cesaro to go in bigger directions. Now, where I'd send Cesaro, see Chris Jericho just returned. I'd send him at Chris Jericho in like some sort of Extreme Rules match. So then I do that. To be honest with you, actually, yeah, I'd send him at Chris Jericho. I'd have Cesaro beat Jericho at Extreme Rules. And then I would send him at Sheamus at Payback, have him beat Sheamus at Payback. And then I'd have him win the Money in the Bank, look really strong. I'd have him win the SmackDown, the World Heavyweight title one. And then I would have, see, I'm just going off this right off the fly too, and this is actually some good stuff. I still have the same people in the Money in the Bank, but I'd have Cesaro win. Let me think. At SummerSlam, I'd have him hold his Money in the Bank too for a while. Like I said, I have him cash in unfairly or not. I don't know. But think about it. If you have Cesaro hold your World Heavyweight title, that would make him a star. The only problem is if they were planning on unifying the belts, I wouldn't really want to have Cesaro cash in, just due to the fact that you know, he's kind of, you know, I actually would like to see Cesaro turn face. You know, let's just say though that I had screwed up and did the stuff with Cesaro that I did before, which I don't know how I would have, but I wouldn't have. Because now looking back, if I had Cesaro win the Money in the Bank, I'd have to have, I guess, him eat the pin. Or what you could do this. You have Cesaro hold that Money in the Bank until TLC, and you have Orton Cena for the title. And I would have Cena win that, and then have Cesaro cash in on Cena and become the brand new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Is he ready for this spot? Probably not, but it would kind of just be a nice shock. Have Cesaro go on a great one with that title. Have him feud with guys like Bryan, Orton, just top guys. Sheamus again. You could always go down that road because they have great matches together. But if I was gonna book him, but let's just say I didn't come into Power until after he was in the Real Americans, I keep doing the same stuff that they were doing, having him tease a split, and then instead of having Cesaro join up with Paul Heyman after he wins the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, because I'd still have that happen. I'd have him just turn face in general, leave the Real Americans, beat the crap out of Jack Swagger, beat Jack Swagger at Extreme Rules. There's really like a lot of stuff that you could do with Cesaro. You could have him like go on this great face run and have him get this great reaction, and you can have him beat. You can have him go one-on-one with Orton because he's a heel and he's a face. That would work. You can have him face Triple H because that would actually be a great match. There's just a lot of stuff you could have done with Cesaro, but you didn't. It's not too late. He's not in Justin Gabriel territory where they've underused him so much that it's not too late. It just seems like this is actually obvious because when he was down on NXT for a little bit, Triple H used him like main event level. It feels like Triple H likes Cesaro, but Vince doesn't. And I don't know why. So let me see if anyone's commented and can tell me why. How do I go to the comments now? Okay, I guess no one's commented on anything yet. All right. So I covered Cesaro. If you guys don't agree, that, like, I am gonna keep talking about how much of a joke he's being used as, just not anymore because I'm kind of tired of doing that. So now I'm kind of so I went on the WWE.com website today for the first time on my laptop, and I found this article that says that that has Daniel Bryan's 15 greatest matches. And I figured I'd read them to you, just because I can. I haven't looked at these yet, so these are like Daniel Bryan's handpicked matches. And I am going to read these from 15, obviously, to 1. Yeah, I can't wait to do that. I'm just gonna read you their version and tell you if I agree that Daniel Bryan put it there, I guess. But this is I don't know if this actually is Daniel Bryan's or if the company picked it. So let's just check it out. Okay. And my nose was itchy, so I had to itch it. Okay, so the stuff. All right, so 15. He picked John C. He picked when he fought John Cena for the WWE Championship at SummerSlam 2013. And that was when the match that when he beat Cena for the title, won it off of him, and then he got screwed out of it afterwards. I'm gonna see what the other matches are, but I don't know if Brian would put this at 15. But let's see what the other matches are first, and then we'll talk. It just doesn't make sense that he put because it's kind of head shake scratching. I'm gonna take my headphones off for a second. Uh, my computer's kind of being slow on this aspect. Alright. Alright, yeah. Alright, so life. Alright, so let's just get this over with. Alright, next. So that's number 15. His number 14 pick is doesn't tell me. Woo. What's going on? Alright, so number 14. When he fought Randy Orton in the WWE Absolute Street Fight on Raw, January 24th, 2013. Now, I can see why he picked that match due to the fact that it was a big victory on Raw. He got the main event Raw. I don't know if it was I don't think it was the first time that we main evented Raw 1-on-1. And I can see why he picked that because he got a big victory over Orton. But Orton's not John Cena. And the match that he had with Cena was a lot better. It's kind of sad too because John Cena can have a better match with Randy Orton with one arm than Randy Orton can have with Daniel Bryan. I mean, it's kind of sad. I just think I think Daniel. I just can't really see Daniel Bryan picking that match over the match he had with Cena, just because it was such a big victory for him. It was his first WWE title run that lasted all of. I could see maybe. I just don't really see him picking that one. That just doesn't really fit. Could be wrong though. All right, next. So now this is number 13. This is his 13 pick. All right, what's his 14 pick? I think the computer works slow when I have this webcam going on. Maybe next time I should wait. Get it? Okay. All right. So the 14 pick is when he had the match with CM Punk for the WWE title at Over the Limit 2012. I agree with that. That was a great match. I like that match. It proved that Punk and Bryan were good enough to be in the main event level because they were both in the Ring of Honor. They were both traveling all over the indie companies. You never thought they would have made it this far, and then they did. So I can agree with that. I'm still kind of skeptical about the John Cena because he beat John Cena in the face of the company. That should be but I mean, he's worked with CM Punk before, anyways. All right, next match. Come on. I hit next. What's going on? I actually forgot I was recording for a second because I'm not actually, you know. Ah, my leg fell asleep on me. Thanks for this one. Alright, come on. Come on. Damn. Didn't even go. Alright, it's going now. What's this number? Everything. Number I don't even know what number this is actually. See, number 15. This is number 13. I'm gonna type these matches in the description box down below so you guys can see them. Next time, maybe I should just write these out and then type them in the description box. It's raining right now. Alright, so so this is number 13. That was number 13. This is number 12. It's the match he had. Oh, actually, they have some of his Ring of Honor matches. Now I can't read this, but it says Takashi Morishima, and it's at Fight Without Honor. And it's at Ring of Honor Final Battle in 2008. Now I can't judge because I haven't seen the match. So I will maybe go back and rewatch it and maybe like do a review of the match and then I can judge. So I can't really judge that match. I had to wait all that time just to see a match I haven't seen yet. Alright. Wow, it sounds like it's raining really hard out there. What was that? Number 12. Like I said, I'm going to type these in the description box. So this is Daniel Bryan's moment. I have a feeling I know what number 1's going to be. But I don't know. It could be something from Ring of Honor, too. Now, I don't know how to say that guy's name, so. Oh, I forgot about this match. I forgot Rollins and Bryan did have a match before. This is the match that he had with Seth Rollins in the WWE Afro match on Raw June 10th, 2013. I forgot about this match. It was a great match. I just forgot about it. It wasn't even that long ago either. But I hope they have a Mania match. And I remember this match was great. I didn't know which way it was gonna lead. So I think Bryan won too. I think they were building up a tag team title match with him and Orton versus Rollins and Reigns too. So I thought this was good stuff. Next match. That's number 11. So this is number 10. We're getting to the top 10 now, I think. Alright. Alright, so what's his number 10? This is number 10. Kind of wish they put the numbers here. The match that he had with Cesaro on Raw July 22nd, 2013. That was a great match as well, I'm not going to lie. I remember he had like a gauntlet match, and we didn't think, and Cesaro and Bryan just tore the house down. I don't even need to, I can't even explain how good that match is. It's just great. Probably the best match I've seen, I guess. And then, so that was, This is number 10. But I forget. Ah. You know what? If it's gonna be this slow, I'll just play a game of Trivia Crack while I'm waiting for this. Ooh, I have my picture with Mickey James. All right. This is just while I'm waiting. I'm not very good at Trivia Crack either. Watch my review of the Trivia Crack on the Talkinator channel. What connects the eye to the brain? The optic nerve, the nuclear iris, optic nerve. I thought it was. Sometimes I'm that good. Sometimes I'm not, though. Make sure you guys can't. Okay. I don't know what's going on now. It won't work. Okay, hold on. Now it's going down. Is this the same match? What crop shortage caused widespread starvation in Ireland? Potatoes. Yeah, I thought so. I wonder if that's why people are so racist against Irish now, because they think they love their potatoes. Wow. Alright, now I can talk about the Daniel Bryan stuff. Alright, in which novel is Dean Moriarty one of the main characters? Mole, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Train Spotting, or On the Road? I'm gonna go with this one. And it was On the Road. Come on, it's not even working. Alright, that was Borman. Alright, I'll place this person now. I'm probably gonna lose because he's beating. Alright, so I'm doing geography. What is the official currency of Mexico? Dollar, peso, sol. I'll go pesta. And it was peso. It still didn't work. Come on. Now I have to get that out of the way. Alright, I was boring because I got a 1. I'm probably going to lose that game. I like lose all the time. What is it, people? Alright, now the next match for Brian's coming up. That just isn't working. Alright, so the next match, this is, I think that was number 10. This is number 9, but I'm going to leave these in the description box, like I said, a number of them. This is Daniel Bryan versus Najao McGuinness. I think that's how you say that. And it happened at Ring of Honor Unified 2006. Now, I didn't see the match, so I can't judge the match. And Bryan actually, now that the picture just popped up, so it's bald as hell. But I didn't see the match, so I didn't see it. So I can't, no, I didn't see the match. I can't judge it. So maybe we'll go back and watch and maybe review this match. Because actually, that kind of would be cool to get to know all the holds he used to do. Let me kind of scroll down so I can look at the picture. It takes forever now. It's taking forever now just for it to scroll down. I wonder if it's because. All right, let me just play this. What was known as the Great Animatic Pater? I don't know how to say that. William Taft. No, who was William Taft? James Garfield, Abraham Lincoln. I'm gonna go William Taft. It was Abraham Lincoln. Let's see if I know it, I don't have a problem. Now face this person that eats leaves. For a living, which isn't the case. Science. What element is W on the periodic table? Aluminum, oxygen, magnesium, or a different word? I'm going to go with magnesium. And it was the word I didn't know how to say. What a coincidence. Come on, it's not even going down. Okay, if it's this person now. I know it act like I'm not caring about this, but I'm trying to do this and it won't work. What year was the Popular Republic of China found? 1889, 1903, 1949, 1964, 1962, 1903. I know it's 1949. Oh. Alright, so I can't really do anything right now because it's not my turn, so I have to pretty much sit here bored. I know this is boring for you guys probably because well, at least whoever's watching, because I'm not really talking about wrestling right now, and you guys want to probably hear me talk about wrestling. Well, if this Daniel Bryan link would work, I could do just that. Let me see if I can close some of these tabs. Maybe that's why it's not going kind of slow. All right, I can't close Skype. And I think that's the thing that needs to close too. All right, so I can't really do anything about Skype, so you're gonna have to bear with me on that. All right, I'm just closing out all of these stuff real quick. These lame ads. All right, so let me just check out this picture now that I've gotten rid of all of that stuff. And I'll probably be back. Oh, I missed it. I'm not really going to read just at the bottom, just because I don't really want to. So, yeah, he's just doing his drop kick right now. Yeah, Daniel Bryan this is when he had like bald hair. He looks weird bald, because now he has like a long head of hair. Feels like he cut his, did anyone notice? I think Bryan cut his hair or something, by the way. Because he returned on SmackDown. And by the way, I just lost my viewer, so it's not my fault. It's my computer's fault. All right. So did I get any comments? Let's see if he left me any negative comments, and I'll read them out loud too. I'm not afraid to. I might have too. Is this how you do comments? Oh, I can like write. Oh, I can write a stamp and stuff too. How do I get rid of this? How do I get out of this? I have no clue how to get out of that, so that's gonna probably have to stay there. I don't know if you guys can see it. You probably can because I wasn't picking my nose. Yeah, okay. How do I get out of this? Alright, I can't get rid of that, so I'm just gonna go like this. I can't get rid of that, so let me just continue with the Daniel Bryan stuff, and then I'm gonna get off here. I don't really know what's going on, so let me think. I lost track with the numbers. Let me think of where I was. Alright, so number 15 was the Daniel Bryan was the match he had with Cena. Then it was number 14 was the match he had with Orton. Number 13 was the match he had with Punk. Number 14 was the match he had with that guy with the Japanese name. The number 15, then number 12 was the match he had with. I forget what that match was. But this match is Daniel Bryan versus Kenta, who is now known as Hideo Itami on NXT, and it happened in Ring of Honor, Glory by Honor, in 2006. Like I said, I'm gonna type these in the description box if you can't see them, because it's gonna. You guys can probably read them faster. Um, you know, because my computer's being so slow. But I want to mention one thing. I didn't see this match either, so I can't judge. I will go back and watch this match maybe and do like a review of it on the channel or something. Okay. Let me guess. I have to close out all this stuff or something. I don't know why. Now I can't do anything here. Alright, so since I'll still try to do something, but I'm gonna play some trivia crap real quick. Because it's not, alright. I don't know what's going on with that. Okay, so let's try to get my. Alright, let's get this done. While I'm waiting for this, I'm gonna. Okay. Alright, I'm answering a science question. What do you call Apple's famous MP3 player? I'm assuming it's an iPod. I mean, there's other things I could have said, but it's an iPod. I got like pretty easy question right there. Is it going next? This is another match they had that I didn't see actually either. And it's actually a WWE match. It's Daniel Bryan versus William Regal from WWE Superstars, November 11th, 2011. I didn't see that WWE Superstars because I haven't watched WWE Superstars since like 2012 because I was bored one day, so I decided to watch it and give it a chance since I just started my YouTube channel. And but I wasn't even watching Superstars in 2011. I think I quit watching it in 2010 and then started watching just 2 episodes in 2012, and I just figured that was a waste of time. So, now I pretty much say if you don't have a lot, if you watch WWE Superstars, you don't have a life. But maybe I will go watch WWE Superstars just to see that match. Because I didn't see it. And I have a chance, but it doesn't look like it's gonna work. So I'm just gonna win my crown right here. And I have to win, and she's gonna beat this person that's beating me in trivia crack is about to beat me because she's about to get 6. What part of and I picked this brain is mainly in charge of coordination and balance? Damn, I think I'm gonna lose. All right, any other people I gotta play? No, so I have to be bored for a little bit until I can get this to work. Alright, so this is kind of strange. This match is actually is Daniel Bryan's in. It's Team Ho No because that was the tag team that Daniel Bryan and Kane. That was the name of the tag team between Daniel Bryan and Kane, and Ryback versus the Shield, which is Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns. I'm probably boring you guys to death whether I upload this or not. I don't know. Just because of the fact that it's taken forever. I didn't think it'd take this long. I don't even know what number this is, not gonna lie. I really don't. But yeah, the picture looks pretty cool. Right. This one actually was pretty fast. No ads came up. It's just letting me go right to the next one. And I spoke too soon, but hopefully since I hit next, it would just go there. Yep. Okay. So I don't know what number this is. When it gets to number one, I think this one actually. I actually did review this match and see it. Team How it's the same. Yeah. Team How No and the Undertaker. I like to call it. I forget what I called it. The Brothers of Hell. I think. Or I should call it the Brothers from Hell. Um. And they went up against the Shield as well. And I forgot to mention that the match between Brian and Team Hell No and Ryback versus the Shield happened at Tables, Ladders, and Chairs, 2012. This match happened on Raw, April 22nd, 2013. So I thought that was a great match as well, because Brian got to team up with a dominant tag team with the Brothers of Destruction, Undertaker and Kane. So who the hell wouldn't want to do that? I remember too. This was when they were really pushing the Shield. They were just the week after, like the SmackDown afterwards, they took out the Undertaker. Press next. Come on. Got nothing to do. Come on. Okay. Trivia Game's the only, not Trivia Crack's the only game I have on my phone because I tried to delete it so I could get that WWE Immortals game, but it didn't work out that way. I didn't think it would take me this long to make this video. Like, holy crap. Come on. Okay. The next match is, I think this might be the last one. I'm not sure. So this feels like more than 15. Um, I think this is the next one. And if it's not, then I'll post in the description box what actually was the next one and type a little thought what I did. All right, so this one was when Daniel Bryan faced Sheamus for the World Heavyweight Championship in a 2 out of 3 falls match at Extreme Rules 2012. This match he kind of needed because he needed a rebound from that 18-second loss at WrestleMania 28 after the company pretty much just jobbed him out, and the fans were pissed about it because Daniel Bryan was doing that big. That's when he actually started to get the yes chant over. I think it was going to get over a little bit before Mania, but definitely after WrestleMania 28, that was the birth of the yes movement. To be honest with you, I'm surprised they haven't had a documentary about Daniel Bryan yet, like a DVD or anything about him yet. They really need to get that out there soon, because I actually would like to hear them talk about that. So here's my. All right, here's the next match. I actually just kind of zoned out for a second. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just kind of bored because this takes forever. All right, I don't even know what number this match. It's the match that he had with Triple H at WrestleMania 30, and if whoever won that match would be placed in the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match later on in the night. Um, Great match. Daniel Bryan, I'm glad went over. So he ended up going into the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match later that night. Did he win? I'm not going to give it away just due to the fact that you know, man, this kind of burnt me out in a way. I thought I'd kind of be energized after this, but this burnt me out. My computer isn't even this slow. I think it's just because I have so much, the camera stuff open and stuff, but I have to keep this stuff open. I mean, it's so annoying. I bet like I've been boring you. The video isn't pleasant. Is it playing? Just delete it. The video's playing. Oh, this is playing. How do I stop? How do I get out of this? Crap, I actually just took a photo and scared the crap out of me. How do I get back to this? I took the photo. I don't want to get rid of it now. How do I get out of this? I'm kind of new to this, so I'm just kind of working with what I got. I don't even know if I'm still live and recording right now. I'm gonna check. What's up? Alright, I think I am still going live because I'm kind of new to this, so I'm gonna check. I think, yeah. Alright, how do I get out of this? So I don't know how to stop. I can't stop the video if I'm still in this. Actually, I gotta get out of this. Alright, I think I am still going live because I'm kind of new to this, so let me get out of that. Whoa. Alright, how do I get out of that? Oh, what happened? This video has been, and it's not really that my fault. No, that's not how I get out of there. How do I get out of this? Alright, hold on. Turn camera on. How do I get rid of that? Like, I think I... If I can't stop the video, then I pretty much am stuck recording for a while. How do I get rid of that? Alright, I'm still recording. So I just gotta figure out how to get out of this. View more apps. I don't need to see any more apps. Maybe I need to switch. Okay, I'm back. I still can't get rid of this, but it doesn't show it. So I don't know how to get rid of that. But it's, oh, I think I found out how. Alright. I owe you guys like such a huge apology. Like if you guys are watching this, you'll probably when it gets up like actually uploaded, you're gonna be bored out of your minds. My videos today were awful. But I gotta finish the Daniel Bryan thing. I think what match am I on? The match he had with Triple H at WrestleMania. Okay. I just had this is a new system for me, so I had to figure it out. Um, I just probably shouldn't have been pressing buttons. It's just kind of my thing. So let's go to the next match. Um, I can't really just I can't. There's no picture up. I'm assuming the picture is like Daniel Bryan doing something to Triple H or something. Let me get my sock all the way on my foot. Okay, let me jam my laptop charger in there a little bit. And now the next match that he said was great was when he faced Randy Orton, Batista in the triple threat match for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 30. And this is when he went on to win the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Okay. Next match. I gotta get rid of that sound. Oh, look at this point. Where's that coming from? That's the only place it can be coming from. No. Where's that coming from? Okay, it's done. All right, so the next match is that is like this feels like it's more than 15. This definitely feels like Robbie Brookside though versus Daniel Bryan for the EWP Intercontinental Championship match. No, it's at the EWP event, but it's for the Intercontinental Championship. And it's at EWP Glide Wrestling Festival 2003 Tag 3. Okay, I don't even know what that means because I don't watch that company. So it's for the EWP Intercontinental Championship. And it's at an EWP Glide Wrestle Festival 2003 Tag 3. So, like I said, I never even heard those words combined in my life. So, when I get the chance, I will definitely check that match out and maybe do like a review or something. I don't know. I mean, this is just. That's it, actually. That's actually it for the Daniel Bryan stuff. Can't believe it took me that long just to do that. I wonder how long this video was. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I didn't mean, because obviously no one's watching this, but I didn't mean for it to be this long. I expected this video to be like maybe 20 minutes tops. It's probably way more than 20 minutes. So I'm just going to end the video. If you want to subscribe, click right here. So yeah, subscribe, click right there. And that's pretty much it, guys. This was kind of boring. I actually got bored making this. Just because it took so long. But now I have more control over this Google Plus thing. So maybe I should start using this a little bit more to practice. So yeah, I am definitely going to do that. It definitely would help if I had like a Google Hangout to do this with, but this time I'm going to get it right, do it again. But that's pretty much it, guys. See you later.